All right, I'm back in for Aquarius. I'm starting on the air signs here. I'm going to get through it. Keep going. I decided to chop up all the videos and make them into short little videos so it's easier for people to catalog, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying something different here. It's keeping me hopping. Okay, so we are on the spiritual spread here. So what I do is I have a pyramid spread that I speak from, but I also have two cards. One at the end, here's planetary card to kind of give you some overall energies the universe might be throwing your way. And the Isis card really gives you, the broader picture of spirituality in the universe as well, to kind of give you an override of your reading. So we're going to start with that Isis card, and this is kind of the overall energy. The Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. So, again, here we go. Okay. So this is that card. Man, these are supposed to cancel out the glare. No, it doesn't work. There, good enough. That's all we're going to get for this evening. It seems like when the sun goes down, my natural light goes, then it becomes more of a problem. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to read and then go intuitively after, or if I get stuff in between. The Lunar Queen, so it goes under T. Yeah, okay, there it is. Okay, starting to think I was in the wrong book here. So this card signifies deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles, of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. I feel like that's the brackets, the quotations. Don't force it and don't control it. Isis, as Lunar Queen, understands the cycles of creative power and flow. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of a desire to force, control, or make things happen, to exert might and willpower to bring what you wish into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is in honoring the flowing with the cycles of activity and rest, releasing force and surrendering into the perfection of what is happening right now, releasing that this actually brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully and to greater effect. So the celestial crescent is the moon in her changing form. So overall, right, a cycle of change coming for the Aquarians here, where they have to be very tender with it, go with the flow type energy, and also trying not to force or control anything in that way, because this will hinder the process. So keep that in mind during the rest of the reading. Again, I would suggest you look at all the readings, because a lot of the energies are mixed up in every one of them. So it's not necessarily all career. In fact, a lot of the love readings have been going in the career sector. So keep that in mind. First card at the head of the pyramid. This is where most of your energy resides. Queen of Earth. Groundedness, right? This woman, she is very secure in where she's at. She's feeling very calm, cool, and collected. She's got a lot of things. She doesn't have to want for anything. She's got material things covered, all of it. Again, the bull or whatever that is that a bull or what do you call that? Buffalo, right? Buffalo that's sitting below here is really symbolizing the sheer power and force. But again, that card here of the Lunar Queen going, be careful how much we exert that for. We want to hold that back here we know where we want to go and what we want to do, so we just have to hold off on trying to control or manipulate things to the way that we want them, really, is what I'm getting. There's a great energy here for the Aquarians, who are usually way up in their head, way over, how do you say, overthinking things. They are more down to earth, more grounded, more. This is a really good spot to be in, making us see clearly. It's making us act calmly. It's making us feel better about things, out of our element, but it's sinking in, and this is where we're at. So this is a good energy. Next card, wisdom, right? Yeah. And what better energy to gain wisdom? Because the way I see it, the Queen of Earth is really the last one before we become the Empress. She's got all the power of the cups, the wands, the everything. She's got all the smarts before she becomes the Empress. And I feel like that's what they're wanting to do with the Aquarius here, or Emperor. They want them to become whole and rise above having to be an element, but to encompass all. This is what I'm getting. And interesting to me, they have this sword that looks like kind of a sword and a cup, and that is control over our emotions, or we will speak from our emotional center, and this is gaining us more grounded feeling. We may have had a situation here happen where we took charge of our overactive mind and spoke from what we thought and what we felt, and this made us feel more grounded in where we're at this point. It's really what I'm getting. Next card, new day dawns. Yeah, I feel like the process here of power, right? We're trying to balance our mind with our emotions, and because we are successful in this, and because we have they're giving me, there's been an example, they've made an example of this going outwards. We've been rewarded. A new day's dawning. Why? Because this has created an atmosphere where we're going to go forward differently. We've learned, like the Scorpio, right? We've learned to open up a different area of function here. What is wrong with my animals? I tell you, they're just going nuts. Must be change weather. He's a weather loach, so he does that when there's a shift in pressure, barometric pressure. So anyway, so yeah, Queen of Earth. We are very grounded, feeling very stable emotionally, intellectually. We're feeling very calm, cool. It's not our usual. We're usually all up in our head and kind of freaking out about stuff. But somewhere here we've spoke of something having to do with our heart center that has calmed us quite heavily. And because of this, we are on the way to new energy, new days dawning in a different direction here. Okay. As we continue forward. Ooh-wee, healing card. There he is. The Caduceus, we pronounce it. This is the card of healing. Give me a moment. There are two frogs here. They're making me notice that frog looking up to him, and also this frog that's happy. Give me a minute. I gotta steal. It's like we got onlookers or something. There's something here about someone may be proud of the behavior they're seeing come from out from us, or we may be exuding this to others, and they are absorbing this. Being an example in life, is really what it is. Yeah, we're going outward in our way, because Aquarians usually are the way showers, especially when it comes to spirituality and all that is unknown. The Aquarius, they just got it in there. They got it. So the sense they're giving me is, we may not be able to see what's going on, but we've made decisions from our instinct here. And there's people watching, and people are going to do the same. They're going to start hitting on the instinct train, because there's gifts here and there's rewards here. But we have to have someone to make an example of this. So this is what I'm getting. And part of that process is really going to be healing for the Aquarian as well. Really kind of validating, I did do the right thing. I did this is making sense. This is, right? Next card, the Crone of Water, again, carrying the water element in the hand, right? It's interesting to me how I shuffle. I spend all that time shuffling, and it's kind of similar cards come in. She is carrying the water. She is, I feel that water that's in that jug is her emotions in a bottle. I feel like this woman is trying to separate herself from her emotions. And this could be an Aquarian trait. They like to do that. They don't like to get overly emotional. It doesn't feel right. That's a water energy. That's the Pisces and the Cancer and the Scorpio. They can go in their water and emotions, but the Aquarius don't want to do this. It feels really like not good. It doesn't feel good. So I feel like the reason that they've done this is because when they bring their emotions into it, that this is where they get hurt. So again, we're healing from this in some way, shape, or form. But again, making decisions forward, having to do with a balancing of our emotional center with our intellect. And this is going to suit us. Okay, next card. Nurture all that you love. There we go. Okay, nurture all that you love. Give me a moment here. Because if, like, to me, they're just showing this snake, his eyes, this dragon. He's looking right at that emotional center, the emotions in that cup or the bottle, whatever. This seems to be the problem here, is bringing our emotions to the forefront. Because we like to be in logic. We don't like getting caught up in emotions. That's silly. Right? This is not gonna get us anywhere. Not at all. Because if we, but again, matching, because the Aquarius is done. They've figured out how to create a great balance here, and they've gone forward in that. But what I'm getting here is that we're going to continue to go forward. We may have had a success here, but we don't want you to drop drop the emotional center. We want you to keep that in there, involved in all our decision making. We don't want you to pull that bottle out and leave it out again. Don't mind my cat. She's gonna slip there. But anyway, so this is part of the process here. There's healing in the emotional center. We've made some progress here, and people are watching, and we are an example for others to do this as well. But again, we might be on a road of removing our emotions again. So we got to be careful. Next card. Oh, wow. 6 of Fire. This is about kind of, yeah, opposites here trying to work together. Okay. Now, we have a scenario here where these people, there's 2 scenarios. People are just getting ready to fight. And so they're saying we are friends before we fight, and then whoever wins, we gotta, kind of being mature about it. And then there's the other side of the coin, which is like, we're getting ready to fight. We're getting ready, prepared, and whatnot. I do not feel that the Aquarian is really, I feel in the past they've been this way. I'm ready to fight and all that. But because things are going differently for them, I feel like they're preparing to, instead of to fight, it's to compromise. There's something here has got to give. I'm feeling whatever scenario that you're stuck in here, where there might be some compromise needed. Give me a minute here. Because they're going, we did compromise, right? We compromised with our own thought process, but going outward to compromise is a different story. Okay, so that's how I'll explain that. So this is the action of going outward to compromise to that person. Made up our mind what we're going to do, but now we have to go outwards to that person and make a compromise there and figure out if we can gain any headway here. Next card. We have 15, which is the devil card, right? Shadow side. This is like, this is the same area that the sun card is taken from. They have the same things on the table and whatnot, but only in the sun card they have the family and abundance, and here it's just someone kind of taken over. So the sense here is we feel like we can gain all we want from this scenario, and it may not be exactly that way. We may feel like this person or this job or this thing that we're up against may encompass everything that we need to move forward, but that may be an illusion. Okay, let's go forward here. Oh yeah, follow the moon, which is about illusions. It's also about emotions. Again, they're warning, keep your eye on your emotional center. Don't let it fall by the wayside, because we have to work with our emotions as we go forward. This is only going to help us. We don't want to lose our intellect, but we want to balance it out with the emotions. Yeah, seems like we're going to come head to head with an energy here system. I'll say that may tempt our dark side, meaning may bring up some issues that we have to deal with yet here. And they're saying if we introduce more emotion or our emotional side into the picture, will be easier to deal with as we go on here. Okay. Okay. Now, left side of the bottom, which is energy that can really fall away quite easily. We have death and rebirth. So that's endings and beginnings, right? If I don't know, you really can't tell from where it's sitting here, but that snake is really cradling a baby. So I'll see if I can get that. There's a baby in there, right? And a little frog. It's kind of like spiritual energy here that's getting squished out. I always notice that in this card, that little frog that's being squished out because of everything that's going on around us. There may be some kind of a scenario here that ends or has to change in some kind of way. Yeah, just give me a minute here. How do you, I can't explain what I'm getting. It really was what I was trying to say here, but it's like we're being squished. Our spirituality is kind of being squished out because we're focusing so much on one area here. And even though we've made some progress by balancing, the fear is we're going to pull our emotions back out of it and just go by logic. And we haven't learned our lesson if we do this. Okay, this is what they're trying to say through this card, because there's a new beginning that wants to happen here. And if we don't infuse our emotions into it, we're not going to learn our lesson. It's going to be a bumpy ride, really. Okay, next. 10 Earth, yeah. That's the Earth, right? Being on top of the Earth. This is really saying to me, we can go wherever we want to go from here, whether it's with the situation or without the situation, meaning whatever it is here that has to transform. If it doesn't transform, we still are walking the earth. We're still able to pick and choose where we want to go. We're still able. Yeah, something about the emotional. I'm going to continue here. Stay strong. Yeah, we may have to stand up for some kind of right here or privilege or something to do with. And the feeling is that we may not stand up for it in the end. And if we don't, we're going to have a bumpy ride. It's just going to be not very smooth spiritually. Give me a minute here to tap in. It's like we made the right decision in one little area. And as we go forward, it's like we're going to take that lesson and all that we learn in that one little decision, throw it away and go back to our old ways of being, is really what I'm getting. And if we do that, then we're going to have problems. That's why they're going, stay strong in what you've learned up to this point. We've learned to mediate, to, fluctuate, this kind of thing. This is what they're giving me. We've learned to do this. There's a new dawn that wants to be birthed here through this card. You can go anywhere, do anything, be, the world is at your feet. And but we need to stay strong in what we've learned so far. Okay, boom. So that's things that can be batted away. So in other words, that's an energy that we may not be strong. We could falter here. Okay, so be aware of that. And this is the destiny of your spread. Six of air. And that is about, it's about balance. It's about opposites. It's about seeking likeness within unlikeness, like the black and the white. How can we mix it to make it? I feel the need to actually, I don't know if I have the book. I don't have the book on me. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm going to read from the book here because I feel like there's more than that they can say from the book than I can about it. Because really what I'm getting, I can't put into words, but it's like the black needs the white to survive, and together they make the greatest companion, yet they are opposites. This kind of thing, it's like that. And also, the intermingling of each, understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses, and then that creates that bond. You could run this in a relationship, in a job, work scenario, whatever. So give me a moment here to look this up. I want to read this. So it was the 10 of air, right? 216. No. What is it? 6 of air. 202. I was just laughing because in the last video, I'm like, oh, I hear some plastic moving around. She's into something. I go in, my crocheting balls. She's in my crochet. Oh my God. She's got a hold the bag. She ripped it open. She's pissed off because I'm spending all my time on the computer and not paying attention. So she's got them all strewn. Oh my God. And I'm like, yep, that's what I heard. So I was sorry. I had to say that. I was laughing. And then she was nowhere. When I had my break, she was nowhere. She knew she's going to get me with water if I find her. Now she's back at it because she knows I'm not. They're smart, those little buggers. Okay, 6 of air. Okay, glasses would be good. Here we go. I got fingerprints all over. Okay, here we go. 6 of air. Okay, comparisons, solutions, compromise, open-mindedness, mindfulness, illumination, epiphany, and personal power. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that from there. The 6 of air represents a solution born of compromise that lies somewhere in between the black and the white. Really what I was picking up as well. Either or choices that are so often seen as the only options available. Now is a good time to contemplate and compare the range of different options in order to discover the best solution for one and all. And that's really what the Aquarius is going through at this time, is really dealing with learning to compromise, be more compromising, I feel, in their life. And this is where they're doing that highly here. Okay, I'm not going to get into any more there. It's really, and again, appreciating the opposites, appreciating each person for what they give. You may not be the same as me, but I appreciate you for what you give. You're white, you're bright, you're great. Black, I appreciate you. You're dark, you're wonderful, you're mysterious. I love that, and not trying to change, but yet compromising to accept. That's what it is. Compromising to accept. Okay, next card. Take those off. She's still giving her in the Spare bedroom. Okay, next card is the Two of Water. What do you know? This could have to do with unions. Again, this is some spirituality. It could be in work area, whatever. And she is just going nuts in there. It's going to be a mess. And I can't get up and go. But anyway, yeah, the black and white and the compromise and seeing that within a partner. Feel like that's just basically feeling a deep soul connection to another person. The next card, observe in silence. So there may be a need here to just watch and wait. What's going on? We may have had some kind of, something happened here. Something happened. I don't feel like it could be a bust apart when you have that death card. But at the same time, I feel like there's something more here that's needing to happen in order to gain either the lesson or the whole picture, really, is what I get. So appreciation of each side, yin and yang, a couple getting together about a strong emotional connection within, and this could be in work as well, but I'm feeling more romantical. And observe in silence. The need to watch and wait here what happens with what transpired, because something transpired here. So we'll see. Now on the other side here, yeah, our desires, right? Woken desires within us. And I feel too is the boundary that we laid out for a partner. And it may be that we laid a boundary out for a partner. Now we're waiting for them to reciprocate, or they have done that to us and we have communicated, or something's hinging on that is really what I got. Next card. Wow. The Lovers. So again, with the partnerships here, yeah, there's a desire to be with a lover here, but there may be some other extenuating circumstances that are preventing this from happening. May have to do with adapting, being, what do you call that? Being adaptive and being non-rigid. Like, what's the word? Pliable, within the relationship. And then it says, know you belong. So if we have a partnership here we're working on, I feel we're very charged toward it. So the energy here, it's all matching in blue. Do you notice that? It's like, so the sense is that, yeah, we do belong here. And we know that we belong here, but something here is not working. And I feel there's a compromise that's either needed or needed to be seen, where the compromise is. And until that happens, I feel we might be at a stalemate energy. But nonetheless, okay, the planetary card, take it home. Moon in Leo, heroism. 7 and 1 is 8. Let your inner hero out. So there may be a need to speak out and move forward. Quite, yeah, this is interesting because I'm getting a passive yet an aggressive nature here. Well, I'm getting more of a passive nature about everything here, but there's something about going forward in your own, in what you want and what and not knowing where to bend and where not to bend, really using our discernment in that way. What does it say? Yeah, let your inner hero out. The moon is about emotions and how we use them, and Leo is a fiery energy, is to go out emotionally charged, really, and express emotionally, from compassion and love and warmth and all of that. And if we've got the lover cards that we've got here, there's someone here that is the object of our affections, and it's like we need to go out passionately and be a hero for them or to them or in some kind of way here. Now we started off with the lunar queen of the celestial crescent. And I forgot already what was going on there. Give me a moment. When I do a lot of readings real quick, my brain just categorizes things, so I can't retain everything here. Yeah, feminine wisdom and cycles and rest and replenishment. So I feel like the Aquarius needs the rest. They need a break from this in order to see clearly. And that's going to give them time to look and seek things out here. Watch over this time, your answers, your questions are going to be answered, is what I'm getting. About, if you have questions about loyalty of a lover or whatever, I feel like we need to take a break and just watch what comes to be here, because there's something here that's going to be unfolded, is what I get here over the Christmas season. And again, watch your cycles. If you feel like you're in the same scenario all the time in repeating patterns, and this could be in a love direction, be aware if you're doing it again and you're falling in that again, and deal with that in some kind of way, shape, or form. But anyway, that is the reading, spiritual for Aquarius for the Christmas season. Sorry, it's my so yeah, again, I'm repeating this. So if anybody's interested, over into the new year, I will be doing energy healings and live reads on my Facebook page. Feel free to join in there, and then you can get on and we can do live nights and whatever. I will be in the end of February or earlier. You'll be notified in that room of that. And then I will start up some kind of a schedule where we, are doing these readings more often. They're working quite well right now. I'm doing them, just dipping my toes in there, and it seems like it's going quite well, and it seems like they really want me to continue this in the future. So at this point, I'll be reversing. I'll be doing less horoscope readings and more energy healings and more live one-on-one kind of stuff in there. So if you're interested in that or know of anyone who could benefit from that, feel free to join them in there. And I may not get to you right away, but I will accept it, and we will start that process in the new year. So, yeah, and I'll give you word in that room of when that will be. So take care, have fun, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Stay safe, stay sound, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, have fun, and be kind.